Why do women lie? Let's talk about it. For a woman, one of the worst experiences that she can imagine is people judging her. Women have evolved to prioritize social bonds above pretty much everything else. It's crucial to their survival that other people like them, that they have social approval. It's important for men to understand this about women, that their fear of being judged and avoiding that at all costs often comes above other things, like honesty and authenticity. If you put most women in front of a high quality guy, somebody who they're attracted to or somebody who they're trying to impress, and they sense that the details they're sharing about themselves are not going to make a favorable impression, or that it might encourage some sort of judgment from him, most women will change their opinions or the details of their stories without a second thought. They might not even be aware of it. That inconsistency or cognitive dissonance might not even register. And the reason why they don't notice that is because their internal radar is not tracking that. It's tracking what's most important, which in this case is not the truth. It is to avoid being judged. Most women will unconsciously lie, change their opinions, change the details about their past, if it means they can avoid being judged. Women's fear of being judged inhibits their ability to be honest. This is the reality of the feminine value system. Once you understand how truly terrifying judgment is for a woman, a lot of female behavior that was previously unexplainable may begin to make sense. Now let's take this a step further. If a woman has done something bad in the past and she believes that telling the truth is going to make her look bad, for some women, that gives her a complete moral justification to lie. Why would I tell the truth if it's going to make me look bad? I want people to have high opinion of me, especially my partner. So if being honest is going to destroy my image, then of course I'm going to lie. When you confront a woman with this mentality that she has terrible, twisted morality, that when dating somebody she's obligated to tell the truth, even if it makes her look bad, she'll always give you the same excuse. Well, I would be honest, but he's going to get mad at me, he's going to get upset, he's going to judge me. That's why I lied. If he didn't react that way, then I would feel safe to tell him the truth. So it's his fault. If he wants me to be honest, then he needs to stop judging me. Or another version of this. Well, I had to lie because I want to protect his ego. He's very insecure and fragile. So of course I'm not going to be honest with him. A woman who thinks like this has no sense of accountability, never take responsibility for anything. In her mind, because of the negative emotions that she is receiving, that justifies lying. This strange logic that just because the truth is upsetting, you're justified in withholding it from other people. This is the kind of logic that you would expect from a child who is scared of admitting that they've done something bad to the parents because they don't want to get punished. But people should have outgrown this by the time they're adults. Of course, not every woman thinks like this, but I bet anything that most women can understand the temptation or the impulse to do so. I believe that this is a very unique difference in how men and women think, the different value systems that we have. In my opinion, it's very difficult for men and women to agree on this topic. Because for men, they like to think, well, this is ridiculous. It's not your place to censor what information you think I need to know. Tell me the truth and I will decide for myself how I feel about it. But a lot of women would think, well, this is my information and I don't need to tell you everything. I understand that honesty is important, but I don't want to be on the receiving end of your judgment. I want you to think highly of me. So it's my job to decide what it is that you need to know. In a way, I'm actually doing you a favor for not ruining your mood. You see, this is the interesting part. The women will always frame it in terms of protecting their boyfriends, protecting his feelings. To me, this is like a slap in the face because in addition to the disrespect of lying, she is also refusing to take responsibility for her true motive. Because the truth is, she is lying for her own selfish interest. She wants to preserve her positive self-image. But she's not going to admit that. She'll always say, I'm lying because I want to protect his ego. Alright, I'm going to give you one more nuance. Let's say you're having an argument with your girlfriend and you sense that she's lying or she's not telling the whole truth. So you ask her, hey, I want you to be honest with me because I want to know everything about this situation. Then she shares. And when you find out about the truth, you got upset. You got angry. You feel betrayed by what she's done in the past. But when she sees that you're now upset, she got angry at you. I thought you wanted me to be honest. I told you the truth. And now you're angry with me? I was vulnerable. I shared with you my secret, and now you're angry with me? How dare you? Do you see how twisted and manipulative that is? You told her to be honest, so she told you the truth. And because she was honest, you have no right to get upset. It makes no fucking sense. Of course you want her to be honest, but it doesn't mean you can't have an emotional reaction to it. Do you see how twisted this logic is? In her mind, you getting upset when she told you the truth was unfair. And the reason it's unfair is because she could have lied. She thinks that she did you a favor for telling the truth. So when you get upset, that's you not being grateful for the favor she did for you. This is very revealing because she genuinely feels entitled to lie to you. Because you get upset when you hear the truth. So in her mind, that gives her permission to lie. I mean, this kind of logic is completely ridiculous, and I would encourage everyone to avoid dating women with this mentality. This is a big red flag. I know that there are women out there who share my point of view and acknowledge the importance of honesty. I'm not trying to put anyone down, but it's difficult to make these videos referencing every single exception. It's impossible. When it comes to this topic, it's so damaging when men don't understand how women think. To think that there's something wrong with you for expecting honesty, that's not good for your self-perception. So for all my brothers out there, do not allow anyone to try to justify their lies by saying that your response is to blame, as if in some twisted way you deserve to be lied to. So I just want to reiterate one last time. The fact that the man can potentially get upset when hearing the truth does not give you permission to lie. You telling him the truth does not mean he has to receive it in a positive way. Now, if his reaction is disproportionate to your truth, then tell him he's overreacting, he's being ridiculous. Or if he gets violent, then you need to leave him. Nobody is forcing you to be in a relationship, but it's not your job to censor what information you think he needs to know. You have an obligation to tell the truth, and just because you don't like the emotional reaction, that does not give you permission to lie. Okay, I think that's enough for today. I'm curious to know what you think. Agree or disagree? Let me know what you think in the comment. Until next time, stay curious.